Hi and welcome to the Smart Traffic Light tutorial. Today I want to talk about the detector, or also known as sensor system, here in each traffic light. You can set it up by clicking on any traffic light here. You can disable or enable the system, and it's also working with the intersection manager, so don't worry. Click on any traffic light you want to enable or disable the checker for specific vehicle types. Then click on your details panel. Mostly you find it on the left or right side of your screen. If you don't have a details panel here on the right side of your screen, don't worry, just click here on window on the top left corner. And then you scroll down until you find the point details here, and we click on details 1 or details 2. Now we click on the details panel and open it up. Scroll down to the section 5, traffic detector. We have 3 options: use emergency vehicle detector, use tram vehicle detector, or is pedestrian traffic light. But the last option, is pedestrian traffic light, should be only true if you have such a pedestrian traffic light, which of course manages the traffic lights for pedestrians. In my case, I can turn on use emergency vehicle detector and or use tram vehicle detector. So both can be true. If we turn now use emergency vehicle detector on, it will check automatically each car or each actor, in blueprint terms or in Unreal Engine terms. Each actor which comes through a collision box will be checked for the tag ESV, emergency state. If this actor is true, the action or the event use emergency vehicle detector will be triggered. There are some differences between the use tram vehicle detector and use emergency vehicle detector, which are: if you are an emergency vehicle, let's say you drive a police car, and if you turn on your siren, you will automatically add ESV, emergency state, to your actor. So now you drive through an intersection and the collision box of your lane, so let's say the traffic light on our left here, will turn now green. So your lane will be completely turned green, while the other lanes, this one here, this one, and also this one, will turn red and stop the traffic. So you can pass the intersection without any problem. Sounds logical. The tram system works a little bit different. So let's say you have a train or a tram. You played, for example, GTA, and there are also trains which crossing the roads and drive through the city. And this is the same logic here. Use tram vehicle detector just means if a train or tram comes in the near of a traffic light by passing, for example, the collision box and has the actor tag tram, I will show you this later, then any traffic light in this specific intersection or the specific traffic light, if you don't use a traffic manager, will turn red to stop the traffic and the train can pass by. But yeah, I know, maybe you just want to have your specific tram traffic line turn green and all other traffic lines turn red, or should turn red. So you should use emergency vehicle detector. If you have a specific wish, I can try to help you by modifying the system and add a new custom event. This is possible, but please remember that I need to have for this a little bit free time. And if I don't have much free time in this moment, I can't really do this. So let's say we want to copy this wonderful intersection here with the intersection manager. I copy it now. And we open, let's say a new level. I go for the open world level. And now I paste everything here by do a right click, go to edit, and tell the Unreal Engine paste here. And you see here my wonderful traffic lights. In my case, we have a wonderful simple intersection. And our intersection nearly looks the same as this one here from the icon. I rotate now the traffic lights. Okay, that's fine. You notice that I duplicated this traffic line, so we have 2 of this type here. This is because I want to add, for example, this tram traffic light, because many people just want to also want to have a tram traffic light. So I go to the details panel and I added this quickly by going to config and set up the unlit color here. We change this to gray. I pin the menu, copy, paste, paste, and the lens lid color is now white. Paste, paste. And at the top here, override lens symbols, I say now Tram go. Then I say dot. Let's add a simple dot. And our last index 2 is bus stop, because I really don't have any knowledge about trams, so sorry for that, but you get it. We have the bottom here with go, then the point, and then priority, or I misclicked. Let's say bus stop. So here it should be on red. So to do things very simple, I don't activate any detector system for these default traffic lights, but only for this one here. So I showed you by, for example, simulate the situation here. We have default traffic lights which are not working because I copied it into a new level. So what is the problem here? That they don't turn on. When I click on each traffic light, we see here under the section 4 smart intersection system that we don't have an interaction actor. This one is none. None means nothing set. So I select every traffic light here. We go to the point interaction actor, and now I click on this tool and select my traffic light manager. When I simulate the scene now, you see everything will working fine. So we have this tram light or this tram traffic light here, and you can set it up by yourself by customizing the intersection phases. So, but this time I click on the tram traffic light, we scroll down and activate, for example, the use tram vehicle detector tag. So make a tick here. Our tram vehicle tag is tram. So we need a blueprint actor. I set up for another German tutorial this cube here. And this cube should change its color every 1 second, so just ignore that. But the important thing here is that we go to the top left corner and click on the name or on the class defaults. On the right side, we search for tag. Now you see here actor advanced tags. You click on the plus, add element, index 0 for example, maybe it's index 99, I don't know, I don't care. We just simply add tram. The tag tram is now set to my wonderful cube here. So when I press save and we close this, and now let's see, you see this collision box here. Also we can change the location of this box by clicking on the traffic light and do a double click on this wonderful collision box here. We can move it. So let's say I move it here, okay? Now I click on the wonderful cube and I say, okay, you should get pushed into the zone, but make sure that your actor has a tram tag. So when I click here on the actor again, we search for tag, you see it has a tram tag. When I click on the traffic light here, we open the details panel, we can also see, wait, I reset this. When we scroll down, a traffic detector, use tram vehicle detector true, and tram vehicle tag is tram. This is true because this one here has also the tag tram. So now I simulate this. I let this one here a little bit time. So you see it get pushed and bam, you see it? Everything is now red. So everything worked. Very fine. The problem here is that you maybe don't want to have it red. You want to use a traffic light which gets green when it crosses this area. So I misuse now a specific tag or a specific system. We click on the traffic light and we scroll down again to traffic detector, and we also activate here use emergency vehicle detector, and you can disable now use tram vehicle detector because I misuse it now. We use the emergency vehicle detector for our tram, yeah. But in my case, I disable the tram vehicle detector, but you can let it on, it doesn't matter. But please make sure that this tag here is now not tram anymore, but this tag, emergency vehicle tag, is tram. Because this logic, emergency vehicle detector, makes every traffic light red except our lane, so the detection lane. Let's simulate the whole stuff. Everything is red, you see it? We cross now the detector and you see, bam, it's now green and every other traffic light is red, which is very nice. So when I quit the simulation and we click on our tram traffic light here, or the detector traffic light, this can also be just a normal traffic light where you want to use the detectors. So when I click on it and we go to the details panel, we have two very nice options here. Emergency vehicle duration and tram vehicle duration. You see at the moment it's turned to 0, which means infinite mode. So when I change this to, let's say, 5, the traffic light will turn, for example, green at the moment. Yeah, you saw it in the last simulation. But after 5 seconds, it will turn to red again, or it just continue the normal phase. So when I start now simulate, you see it's red. Now it gets green. You can count, and after 5 seconds, bam, it turns again red. So the traffic system will work as default or as normal. Now you wonder, hey, wait a sec, 5 seconds? This were only maybe 3 seconds. Yeah, this is because the 5 seconds count when it registers the tram or the emergency vehicle, okay? But yeah, that's it. When I delete now the tram here and we just do it with normal traffic lights, we can also enable it and say, okay, yeah, you need now the ESV emergency state, and our cube here is a emergency vehicle, let's say a police car. So by default, this police car has no tag. We have now the tag tram here, but we delete it because by default we don't have any tag. But then we add the event in this cube. I call this event, it's a custom event. Turn on flashlights. This means, for example, that the vehicle turns into the emergency state. So this simply means we want to turn the flashlights on and the traffic light should turn to red and on our lane to green. To do this, I add here, because we are here on event tick, do ons to just trigger this event one time. So we say right click, get tags. These are the actor tags. So for example, in our case, we have 0 elements in it. But now I say add unique. And now we say, okay, add a unique tag called ESV emergency state because our flashlight turned on. Perfect. This will be added. Since we don't have any additional tag, we can easily remove this after a delay of, let's say, 4 seconds. So I get again my tag here and we say remove index or remove item. You can also do remove item. When we remove the item, nothing will happen again. So for example, I want to remove the tag ESV emergency state. So in theory, when I turn now on the detector system here, we did this already, the emergency traffic system should be turn the whole stuff on red and our lane to green for, let's say, 5 seconds again. When I simulate this process, you see here, that it not worked. What happened? So I click again on this wonderful traffic light here. And I think I forgot to, I forgot to trigger this event. So turn on flashlights will be triggered here. My bad, sorry for that. Compile and save. And now everything is working. So it will now turn green. Wonderful. And after 5 seconds, you will see that everything is normal again. Very nice. But when I click on the cube again and we will push it here again, you see nothing will happen. So again, I click again on the cube. I push it in the direction of the traffic light. It's green right now, and normally everything should turn red now, and you see nothing happens. This is because we disabled or removed the tag. This one here. So I think it's very easy to use, and yeah, thanks for watching. If you have questions, just comment under the video or join the Discord, the support Discord. We have a smart traffic light channel there, and yeah, feel free to leave feedback, to rate the product, and yeah, also of course don't hesitate to ask questions. Thanks for watching, and see you again in the next part, where we talk about how to set up pedestrian lights, and then the next part, how to set up custom light meshes, and also how to enable the night mode.